to Man Up. We are back. It's the Man Up Sports Show. Thanks for keeping the lock. And we are talking love and relationships and marriage. And we got a special guest, of course, to school us on some of this stuff. Will Maybon in the house with us today.
The professional.
The professional. From Our Life on Christ, the blog. He's telling us how it's done, man. You brought up something pretty interesting in our last segment that I'm sure ruffled some feathers. You mentioned wives submitting to your husbands and giving your wife opportunity to submit. I know that there are female listeners who just are cringing at that already. What is it about submitting, period, that's a problem for people? Why is it a problem for us when it's us submitting to God? And why is it such a problem for women when it's talking about
just
submitting
ask
to
that
others?
question?
I did.
Listen to what the question is.
But it's selfish and
Exactly.
personal motives
Yeah.
So I asked that question on Facebook. Are we a generation of me, I, selfish people? Or is this something that with the human race is just across the board, period, that it's about us and not we can't submit to higher authority?
Well, we were created to submit. So, I mean, from the origin, we were created to submit. I think it's people, as humans, that's what we do. We rebel against that, and we have our own. It's me. But more so in America, this is just a land of me, and it's not this generation. It's this history of this country.
It is. You go outside of America, especially you go to places like Asia, South America, India, Africa. Women still can't vote in the Middle East. A lot of places. I mean, they did in Iraq just because we were there.
Yeah, but you're also talking about countries where the human life has less value than it does here.
No, I wouldn't.
No, they value human life.
No. I've been to those places. No, they don't. I've been in Saudi Arabia and I've seen a goat in the front of the air-conditioned cab and the woman sitting in the back of the hot cab, 130-degree weather. So you can't tell me that lady's life means just as much as my wife sit here when she pushing the 745.
But in that culture, they view women a lot differently than we do.
And they would kill that woman if she try to buck.
They'll kill her if she has an affair.
Exactly. That's not happening here.
No, it's not.
So that's what they don't have a choice to submit.
Y'all about to open up a new can.
Ooh.
They don't have
I was going to say, this is getting juicy.
I'm just saying. Like
Ooh.
that, but that's the thing.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's a cultural thing, especially here in America.
That don't mean it's a good cultural thing.
I never said it was good. And like, quite frankly, I'll put it on Beyonce before I put it on anybody else, because that whole
Ouch. We got a Beyonce reference?
Beyonce?
I will.
That's new to the Man on Sports Show, Beyonce reference.
First time Beyonce.
Jay, talk about it, Jay. Talk about it. How
No,
do we
because
get
I'm
on
gonna
Beyonce?
tell you what happened. It was cool. Like they had the Waiting to Exhale came out back in the 90s, but when that Independent Woman dropped with that Destiny's Child, the whole game changed. Girls, I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong. I was in high school, but even them girls was acting funny.
Well, I'm going to take it a little bit further back than that.
Go ahead.
I blame women's suffrage.
Kinda.
Hey, listen.
Kinda.
Listen, I ladies, don't get mad at me because I'm about to say something that's maybe very controversial.
love
It's
ladies.
just,
Are we losing listeners about a minute?
Listen, no.
delete.
Listen, I think it's great that women can do all the things that they can do, but I think what a lot of people didn't realize is that by making that change, now you have the two household incomes that pretty much can't go away. We now live in a society that demands and requires that. My wife, she's a stay-at-home mom by choice. She can make more money than me. She got a degree. I don't have a degree. She can be out there making more money
And by
than
the
me.
way, I don't know when and how being a stay-at-home mom became a small office where people did not respect that.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing in the
how
world.
that happened.
You know what? I know who's
That's not
raising
a
my
small
kids.
office.
I know the person that's feeding them is feeding them the right things, and they love and invested in that kid's life and from every aspect. People just say, hey, I'm going to go to work and make $1,500 a month, and I'm gonna pay $900. I'm gonna let my wife go to work and make another extra $1,500 to help bring some money into the house. But we're gonna give $900 of that to our
So you
daycare.
only really bringing in $600.
But not only that, she's time away. She's stressed out. She's tired. You know, expenses, gas. We got to have another car for her. We got to have car insurance. All these different things that come into play. And it's like, it really didn't start the whole fight for women to be able to do these things. They didn't have those things in mind, you know, but that's what manifested. That's what happened afterwards. So it's like, yeah, I'm for women working. So ladies, don't get mad at me. I'm just saying, it's just that event.
I'm going to tell you, not only am I for women working, I am so proud that I see so many sisters out here getting degrees and doing big things in corporate America. And
now, I don't like the corporate America aspect.
From Condoleezza Rice on down. I'm proud of if that's what you want to do. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Do what you like.
Here's what I don't like. What I've been seeing recently, and Will, we talked about it. The article where people on polls are really feeling like men aren't necessary.
Yeah,
when it
my
comes
wife
to raising
talked
children.
about it.
Let me tell you about that, Dre. And this is it. And I can only look at it from the black community. Why black women feel like men aren't necessary.
Because they worthless.
Hey, they might not be lying on that, but
I guess you get enough of them raising kids on their own. You
the
feel like
reason that the black woman has succeeded and gone out and been able to accomplish so much is because the black man has been taken out of the household. Incarceration, early death, military service, whatever it be.
Or he's working 3 jobs.
Exactly. So a lot of the young black females, they don't see their fathers in the home. So when they go and get married, they don't know how to interact with a man in their household because they didn't see it when they grew up.
Right.
You learn about relationships through your parents. So if you saw your mom not dealing with a man or dealing with a sorry piece of man and, you know, treating them less than a man, that's what you're going to do. So I think that's the problem. That's why women have a problem submitting to the man.
My issue is this, man. I feel like strongly that movies, music, and things like that in society that are catered toward us really paint a man or a black man's worth to be how much money you have, what you can or can't do in the bedroom, and what type of car you drive. And that's pretty much the end of it. And if you've never heard it from anybody else, if you listen to this show, you're more than that.
Yeah.
Amen
Your
to that.
importance in a household when it comes to raising your children, not having kids, not sending child support. Child support is not raising your kid.
It's not time.
$5 ain't never raised the kid. You can do that without money.
$100,000 ain't gonna raise.
Raising
And
kids,
you're right. So raising a kid you can do with money or without money. Raise your kid. Spend time with them. Whatever you know, your kid needs to know.
Yeah.
So our value is more than that, right? It's incredibly more than that. When I look at, just being able to pick my son up from school every day or take him to school, I always turn the music down when he get in the car. So, son, what's going on with you? How was your day? Are people nice to you? People make fun of you? Are you nice to other people? You know what I mean? And having that conversation and time to talk with them, to build traditions and things that we do. Our thing is Monday Night Football, and anytime LeBron is playing on TV, playing basketball, that's what we
do. You got a son, man. You lucky. I got two daughters.
I got a boy. Yeah.
I got 2 daughters.
You can do
I
that.
love
You just
them.
got a blessing.
I love them.
You can do that.
Man,
No, man, my wife hates sports, man. She hate it. So she would probably hate your show.
Why? You know what? Didn't your wife? I'm not even gonna go there. She said she was gonna stab me.
She asked me, she was like, how long you gonna be gone today? I'm like, it's for my man Dre, as long as it take.
She gonna stab me. But to me, that is raising your kid, man. When I have my son, when we cooking the meals, I don't just let him watch SpongeBob while I'm cooking. He comes in with me and I'm teaching him, okay, son, this is how you bake chicken. This is how you do this. And I'm telling him the reason why. Because when you get married, you don't want to put all of that responsibility on your wife every single day.
Man, you teaching me right now.
You want
man, he's preaching to me right now.
I'm just
Baby, I'm
saying.
sorry.
that
I'm gonna make us
when
some
it's time
pizza
to man
tonight.
up and to be a man in the house, you know, there are some things that you do sometimes or whatever when y'all define whose job is what or whatever. But to me, a man's worth has been painted out as that. That if you ain't, you know, your status as a male, right? If you're considered a catch, is based on how big your rims are or how much money you make or where you work. Think about it. The first questions that people ask when, you know, a woman is dating somebody, well, what's he do?
Why does that matter?
Oh, she's dating somebody to play for the Falcons, and that's a big thing.
No.
That's an announcement.
You remember that time we were at that one establishment?
What
And
establishment?
and
Everything's
the young lady
anonymous.
was looking at me.
Yeah.
What the girl say?
Yeah. I remember that.
Don't look at him. He ain't nobody.
He don't play for nobody.
He don't play for nobody.
He don't play for nobody. That's what we're saying.
Did she do you like that?
Yes.
Don't look at him. He don't play for nobody. Did not know whether the brother was married or single.
Single or nothing.
Whether he had.
And the girl
Didn't care.
looked. She looked. She was like, "You sure?" You know, I'm always jewelry, chain, and you know.
Oh wow.
And I'm one of them rim dudes, and you know, I always. But that's what I like. It's not, you know, that's what I like.
Yeah.
She looked me up and down, and that girl, she knew. She must have knew I ain't had no NFL card in my wallet, or I wasn't on no roster. She said, "He ain't nobody." Man, we fell out laughing.
You got a
Fell out
wallet,
laughing.
man? My wife got my wallet.
I got my wallet. I got
My wife got
I've
my
always
wallet.
had my wallet, man.
Hey, dude.
I've always
Listen,
carried a
when
wallet.
I leave the house, man, I make sure I have a fully charged cell phone battery and gas in my tank. Case of
need some
emergency.
ID,
and I
brother.
got my
I need
look.
some
Oh, I
ID.
got my ID and my AAA card.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, it hurts me, man, when I see people, and I've talked to other women and stuff throughout, you know, dating and all that stuff, who I want to have a baby. No mention of being married and no mention of any of that other stuff. And I'm just saying that a man's role is vital.
I mean,
home.
even more so, I have yet to meet a single parent, male or female, that doesn't need somebody else there.
Absolutely.
Gotta have.
Absolutely. DeJuan's life and my life would be extremely, extremely difficult if he didn't have a mama. Thank y'all for hanging out with us today. We had a great selection of shows. I'm glad y'all kicked it with us. Did a lot of manning up today. So we want you guys to send your comments, your questions, your beef, your issues to manupsports@gmail.com. We will read it on the air. Please believe that. Hit us up on Twitter, twitter.com/manupsports. Or you can find all your episodes on YouTube, youtube.com/manupsports. We're also on Facebook. You need to like our page. Man Up Sports. Search for it. We're on Facebook. It's a picture of Jordan dunking on Patrick Ewing. Please believe it. Peace.